Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you have a beautiful day. But you can see we have very dark and cold day today, and we're going to have rain. In fact, it did rain a little bit before, but I want you to repot one of my rows over here, and I want to bring you along with me. So far, I have really pruned my roses much or many, except I did prune 3 of my roses over here. These 3 roses over there here, they are on the roses I grew them from the cutting 2 years ago. One is Fruity Parfuma, the other one is Dark Design or Royal Parfuma if you live in England or the other part of the world. The other one is another corded rose, Madame Alice. But all the rest, I have really pruned them. But today, I want to repot this Claire Austin roll into the larger container over here. This one I bought bare rooted from Garden Express last year. It's arrived quite small, and I could compare that though when it's arrived, and I did order another one from Jonah Rose, different company, and the size of the barewood rose is much bigger. I've done much better than the one from Garden Express, but I know I did put this one in a larger container. So anyway, I hope that after I repot it in the larger container over here, and after a year that this one kind of rooting out a little bit, and this year this row will do well for me. And the area over here, I got what is this one? The meal on the floss, beautiful David Austin rose with delicate petals and very strong scent. I kind of train it along the arbor, and I hope the other 2 Claire Austin roses over here, they will cover this area as well with delicate creamy white color and a hint of yellow in the center. Now let me stand back over here. You can see them lying up here a little bit better. So this is the meal on the floss, and the other roses over there, they are Claire Austin. So I'm going to switch this one in the larger container over here, and in the future, of course, when the branches and the stem they get a little bit longer and thicker, I will try to train them along the arbor over here as well. And I noticed that the Claire Austin's roses, they like a little bit shade in our area. Otherwise, their petals just shatter or they just shrivel so quick in the warm temperature. One thing though, this one, the meal on the floss, the bloom, they can tolerate quite a good amount of sun. Like I think I talked about this rose for last year or last season with the temperature in like 33 or 34 degrees Celsius, the bloom's still holding on quite well in my area. Anyway, so the container over here is around 50 liters, and this is just very cheap black plastic container. I find that a lot of my roses, they grow in the container quite well, and I just let their roots go out of container, go to the top soil, and they get nutrient and water on the top soil as well. So normally they dry out much slower than the container if you just put them like on the concrete slab like that, or in example in the brick patio or thing like that, they dry out much quicker. So I'm using premium potting mix. This brand is Osmosis Coat. I do before the other brand, but I don't want to dry too far, and I'm okay with this brand. It has quite good quality. Sometimes it's not as good though, but normally I top up with some compost that I have. And again, I'm going to add quite a few handfuls of the alpaca dropping that I think the guy, he will deliver for me sometime next week. So my tips for you is don't buy the cheap potting mix if you want to grow the plant in the container. If you want your plant doing well, just go to the good quality one, because the good quality one, they normally have a good mix, example, good drainage components in there, and they do have some fertilizer in there as well, and they have some compost in there too, so help your plant can drain very well, but again have some fertilizer, but also can retain water too at the same time. The winter is a great time for you to transplanting, moving plants around, or even repotting like me. I think this one have quite small root bone area. You will see a lot of the soil here. The roots haven't really come out yet, so I just whack the soil out a little bit and get the root of the plant out. Okay, light bare rooted both actually. So normally I try to keep some soil around the root, but this one I could not because the root not really going to all of the soil over here. It's raining harder. Right, sorry, I have to turn off the camera on my phone because it was raining so hard. I didn't want my phone get water. Basically, I just fill up the rows with the potting mix. So I leave a little bit gap over here. You can see the graft union over here. I think just around 2 or 3 centimeters, like from the soil level over here. But I know that in the future, this plant or the soil also is going to sinking down, so I will have room from I will top up some more potting mix or some compost in the future or the next few months. I haven't really watered the plant yet because I know that we're going to have a lot of rain. So yeah, I going to need to organize a dripper over here a little bit. You can see some of them they came out of of the container because I think last year I did put some other container together over here. So I do need to take them out and put the end bit to stop the water going out, and this one over here as well. I don't think I need the dripper over here anymore, so I might just get rid of those. Or I might still able to squeeze one little container of new bare root rows over here until maybe next year when I have a time or when the plant a little bit bigger, I can repot them. Okay, maybe I just leave this one here actually because they fit quite perfectly well with one container over here. So that is for the video today actually. I might show you some of my beautiful hellebore that they blooming at the moment. Okay, let's come over here. I still have a lot of work to do in the garden, you guys. So much work to do, especially pruning the roses. This one, beautiful. Look at this, beautiful hellebores. So I do have another bush of the same variety, but this year I haven't seen many bloom from that bush. It's at the corner over there actually, but I think maybe that one got shade so much by the old elderberry. I did chop it down at the end actually, but I think the roots still took a lot of nutrient and water from the area of the hellebore, so that's why that one haven't really pushing out many blooms for me this year. But anyway, come over here. I want to show you another hellebore bush that's blooming beautiful. Right, come over here. Let me crawl underneath here. So I have quite a few hellebore over here, and some of them they self-seeded actually, or they have quite a few self-seeded the baby over here. But look at this. Is this beautiful? Look at this. So I still trying to get rid of the type of the handlebar, like the the brownish color and the white color that I got for a few years ago from a lady. Two people gave me actually, but after a few years they sell seeded crazy. But the whole variety they wasn't my favorite, and this type though they are beautiful, and I got a few more other variety over here as well that I bought. You can see that they all shooting up now, but they haven't really quite open. Maybe this is the black color, I'm not sure. And another one, where are they? Yesterday I wore over here and trimming and pruning. I hope that I don't stand on them. Oh yeah, this is the one. But you know, they just, with all the baby coming up like this, I don't know which one they come from, and maybe they just cross-pollinated as well, and I don't know I don't know which color they could be in the future. But either way, I'm happy to keep them because the type of the white color and the brown color, they wasn't my favorite, but I'm quite excited to see what color I gonna have from this guy, you know. But look at this, so pretty. Love the dark color on the top here. Look at it, the outer color, the petal. And let me show you a little patch of my hyacinth. You can see that this one already have big plume. The smell is lovely. So before, I think I planted, I think only 5 or 10 bulbs, like originally, well, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But you can see how many I have now. And you can see, come all over this area, all over this area. Look at those, so many. They naturalize very well. Wow, I have to give you the update in few more weeks when the whole area over here, the own color of these gorgeous hyacinths. Lovely pink. I do have a few more over here. They coming up nicely as well. And again, they naturalize very well. And these are the kind of primrose color, and you see that they multiply really well. And I planted them kind of under the our tree over here. Yeah, they're coming up really nice. More over here too. Wow, look at those. And that color or that clump, those are the pink color as well, the same type. You see that? A little bit hint of the pink there. They're shooting up. Yeah. Wow. So if you have a spot and just plant even like 5 or 10 bulbs, and after a few years you could have so many. And hyacinth, they're not cheap, guys. Yeah. And they're so delightful in late winter, early spring. Let me give you the update in this area. So I try to clean up this garden bed. Just a few days ago, I tried to clean out the rose leaves and some of the leaves from the cherry tree as well. Not perfect, but I try to get most of them out of the garden. So over here, I got some rose cutting. I think they're doing very well. I mean, I lost a lot of them at the corner over there. I think that time they got dry out. I still have a few left over there though. I'm not sure you can see, a little bit kind of blurry at the moment. Here they are. They're still alive. But this area, I got more. You see that? They're looking good. Some of the ones, they got the leaf like this. That means they have more chance to survive. I won't know for sure until, I don't know, in early spring or mid-spring. At that time, kind of their root like taking in or rooting out and produce more leaves, more stems. So that time I will know for sure which one will survive or alive. Just in case, if some of you might be wondering, what are these leaves or grasses or plants? These are the leaves from Saffron Crocus sativas. The plants or the bulbs that they produce gorgeous flower, and each flower have a 3 okay, red and orange stigma, and those stigma used in cookings, infused teas, and a lot of the other things as well used in cooking. And that's stigma is very expensive, one of the most expensive spices in the world. So if you are wondering what are they, yeah, they are not grasses, guys. They are the leaves on the saffron crocus. And I have quite a lot of the pansy. They all coming up now. So many little seedling. You can see it comes so many. I might divide them and put them maybe one here and there, like in the rose container. Wow, there are so many, but they are so pretty. Oh, that is the weed though. That's a clover. Clover provide a lot of nitrogen for the plants, for your soil. But I don't want it here. It's okay to stay in the lawn, but I don't want it in the garden like this. And my mini daffodil, they're coming up as well. You can see they are little like it. They're coming up now. And over here as well. Oh, by the way, my rose seasoning. I moved them around. I moved them in this area this day. Yeah, they don't do much at the moment, but they're alive. Okay. Oh, by the way, I dug up two of my the lady gardeners. I had them for a few years, and together with another bush that's still in the garden, that bush doing very well. I think it got more room to grow. The other two bushes over here, they did not have much room between the other roses, so I decided to dig them up and put them in a container here. So you can see how they do because I want to give them one more chance. And if they're doing well, I will repot them in a larger container and find permanent spot for it. But at the moment, they just in the plastic container, snip into the terracotta container over here. This one, I want to pull it down a little bit more though. Otherwise, this shoot, shooting out this way and dragging down a little bit. I want it more compact a little bit, so I'm gonna pull this one back a little bit more, and this one maybe down over here too. Yeah, okay, so over here I clean up the garden as well. I think took me 2 days. The whole area actually, the whole area. Lot of leaves still there, but of course a lot of them I took them out and I chopped or I dug up some of the bulbs, the type of the daffodil that I'm going to get rid of them because they multiply crazy and they don't seem bloom much, Oh, here they're coming, but I mean that they have so many leaves and they have less bloom. So I prefer the type that they have less leaves, like all the kind of daffodil, and they have more blooms or they standing out more than they multiply crazy and they produce less bloom. And yeah, so I think maybe I get rid of them because I have quite a few in the garden. They multiply a lot, so in the past few years I've been dividing them and you got dot them around the garden. But anyway, this area I cleaned up yesterday as well. I moved one of my peony. Now that peony bush over there, before it was the corner over there, got squashed by a lot of roses and feijoa tree. So I moved it over here because that's when they have more sun now. One the elderberry gone. So yeah, and I think the root of the elderberry slowly die down as well. So that peony have a room to to flourish and to grow in the future too. A lot of things change, but they own the roses. They just like a stick at the moment, so not much to show you. I can't wait to show you when we kind of in early spring, and a lot of my daffodils and hellebores and other bulbs are in bloom, and you can see all the color of the stone fruit as well. It stopped raining, so I think I'm gonna bring a hose over here and water that rose plant, the one that I just repotted. So that is for the video today. I'm glad that I got something done, so I feel a little bit more productive. Oh, by the way, some of my bare root roses, they are on the way. I can't wait to show you, and it will be very interesting year to see how the new roses are doing because I haven't had them in my garden yet. So this could be the first year in my garden, and I know that a lot of them doing very well in England because you guys don't seem to have a very intensive sun or temperature like we have over here. Like in the summer, we often have a 35, sometimes 37, 38 degrees here. But yeah, I have to watch them, and if they too much sun for them, I might have to drag them and to have shelter under the trees or under somewhere to protect them from the sun, because too much sun from those delicate petals, they just get shriveled so quick. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and see you next one. Bye bye.